Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stump back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the new 6+ waifu over in some PvP. I did something dirty. I decided to summon on the waifu banner. I don't condone the behavior, to be honest, but look, I wasn't waiting until May for this character, and I had a few gems lying around from the luck on the PvP banner, so I thought I would try my luck. We managed to pick them up on the first multi. Very, very lucky. I had 8 dupes sitting there, so we could max out their PvP straight away, and I thought, hey, like, why not? Now, this particular character in PvP is very, very good. They have a super special ability. They changed to a Free Spirit Cerebral Int character. They used to be a Free Spirit Striker Strength character who's very good on the Strength team now. I'll definitely be doing a showcase over on that particular team because that unit has got an absolute monstrous buff, and it's kind of moved away from that RNG reliability of the Confusion to having a very good passive, doing some pretty good damage and stuff like that as well. So this waifu unit, the 6+ that everyone will eventually receive in May, can either go on the Int team or go on the Free Spirit team. And the downside to the Free Spirit team is we already have Nami Karina, who is just an absolute disgusting, monstrous PvP character. So then replacing that unit with this one, it can be a little bit of a nuisance. Nami Karina are probably going to be better most of the time with their defensive drops, their rollback of specials, all that fun stuff. However, this ability to have a super special ability that guarantees confusion could also be very, very valuable, especially on some defensive-based builds. So here it is right here, the beautiful super special animation. You apply a 10-second confusion for guaranteed in a large range, plus you do 3,500 fixed damage. Their regular special basically does the same thing. However, the confusion, it's not actually guaranteed. This can be good, it can be bad. Obviously, confusion can stop stuff like Yamato's death hit. It obviously will remove the enemy specials if they have it. However, it is only for 10 seconds, and sometimes with extra speed, haste abilities, all that kind of stuff, it can be counterintuitive because the enemy will actually go after the confusion's actually gone, or you'll bring your units up further, so that way you actually can't get that confusion to work at your highest potential. Characters like Sabo, for example, on the Int team are going to give haste, they give knockback, all that stuff too. And then obviously you have like Zoro Sanji type abilities too that can work in your favor, and other characters that give blowback, which, like I said, Sabo, for example, giving that level 10 blowback will actually push characters back and bring your characters forward with all the speed the Free Spirit team actually has. So this particular build, I was using Odo and Kinemon Denjiro. They provide a little bit more damage. I did take on the new Slasher sort of build. It's a pretty good fight. I thought it was the newest fight, and I thought I'd take it on, showcase this one as well. But we managed to get the dub fairly nicely with this with the Free Spirit team. Alright, so the next fight is against York and the Int Cerebral team. This fight's actually very frustrating because it's very stally. You need some good damage potential out, but I thought this would be a great place to showcase the confusion. So that way we can stop very annoying specials like Atlas, like Vegapunk, like Chopper with his heal, the half stats of what's her name? Lilith, and then obviously York with the defensive prowess. But there is no character right now that is immune to confusion, and that's what makes this character so damn strong, because when you get that super special off, you are basically guaranteeing that confusion on at least 2 to 3 enemies. And that can be very, very good. It can be very annoying if it doesn't sort of work in your favor, but either way, having that ability guaranteed now is a massive upgrade to their regular special. They only need to take 2 specials as well to actually get this, and once they do, it actually works out really, really nicely. As for the rest of the Free Spirit team, like Free Spirit has just got so many options now. Obviously, we have Enma Zoro, who's another really good character for this particular build over something like Odin Kinemon Denjiro. You have the Nami Karina. You have that free-to-play Kuzan, who's an absolute monster. Bizarro is absolutely great. We have the new Gear 5 Luffy, who's bringing a lot of damage, and you do a lot of fun stuff with the Free Spirit team now. It's become like a top 2 team, possibly a top 1 if you have like Roger Rayleigh Gaban at level limit break 5. Same with Odin Kinemon Denjiro level limit break 5. The waifus obviously at level limit break 5. I think they're going to be doing a little bit more damage. I'm actually 1 copy away from having them maxed out. So I might either just throw in a potion or I might throw in a poster, see what happens. But there is also the what's it called? What am I trying to say? There's also like another banner that will come out before the 6+ even releases. So we'll have that sort of banner in May that they will definitely be a part of, and I could probably pick up another dupe there, see what happens. To get to the level in break 5 for that maxed out special. But over here on Free Spirit, I think this is probably going to be their strongest showing. They're very good on the Int team too, but like over here on Free Spirit, like they have so much damn support, and that confusion tactic actually works out really, really nicely. As for their passive, they buff, like I said, Int and Free Spirit. They give themselves a level 7 shield. That's why I have them in the middle slot rather than that first slot. They aren't immune to stuff like half stats or anything like that, but they're fine to take half stats, so they're a great middle running slot. They don't do they do fixed damage, so like half stats doesn't really get affected by that, and that confusion ability obviously isn't affected by half stats either. So they can do some really, really nice things in the middle. They buff, I believe they do defense, HP, and attack. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head what their passive does, but it is a very strong passive. We'll take a look at it at the end. It's a very strong passive that gives very, very good stats for all free spirit characters and all int characters. So it doesn't matter where you're kind of running on, it is going to be nice. Now, int team's in a really good spot too, so like depending on what you're going up against, it's depending on what you can use. But like I said, over here on free spirit, she does shine. However, I find that Nami, Karina are probably going to be the unit that you use most of the time, so you'll probably see more play with this character over on the int-based team. Right there is a prime example of how the confusion can stuff over stuff like Yamato, stop her from using her death shot, and it works out very, very nicely. Let's go to the final fight now. Alright, so the final fight is against Bizarro and the monstrous Dex Powerhouse team. We could definitely take this into some regular Rumble, which I probably will do more showcases on these newer characters in Rumble once we hit Championship. But right now, there's no point wasting germs over in like regular play. But we might just do like a big long video where we like just use, say, like characters of the New Year's batch over in PvP and just sort of see how they actually all operate within sort of like the top 100 to top 500 of Super PvP. But taking on this particular challenge is an absolute monstrosity. I decided we will get the int team in the showcase as well. So I decided to bring that monstrous lineup of Blackbeard, Luffy, and then the Powerhouse bench. Yamato and S-Hawk provide a lot of nerfing and damage, and then we can use the confusion to hopefully our advantage to take down some of these very nuisance Powerhouse characters. However, we did get Special Bound very early, and it's a big downside to the character. They aren't immune to Special Bind, they aren't immune to half stats, they aren't immune to forced out, so they can get hit by these pretty nasty abilities, which does hinder them. But again, because they have that shield, they can do nice things in that middle slot, just like Luffy can do some pretty nice stuff in those middle-ish slots as well. Their passive, great, like I said, it's very, very, very good for int and free spirit characters. It doesn't work in the sense that if you are an int free spirit, you get double buffs or anything like that. But the fact that you have the versatility to not only run them over here on int, but you can also run them on free spirit works out great. It's a bit of a shame that they don't actually buff cerebral. If they did like free spirit and cerebral as well, like it would make them quite broken. But like with the rise of like Sabo, Yamato, Shanks, we have a lot of like very good cerebral characters that are mainly built up around int and Psy. So you could do some fun stuff over there with like Atlas and York, Vegapunk even, the Stellar unit. So it would have been nice if this character actually did cerebral as well, but most of them are int anyway, so you could definitely run her over on that type of build too. So the S-Snake variant getting off a very nuisance confusion as well, but we did get lucky and it didn't hit Yamato. But as you can see, like this team actually like worked very, very well taking down this Dex Powerhouse team, which is by far the hardest fight in my opinion. Like this fight, like nothing holds a candle to this particular fight in these like challenge fights. Besides maybe like the great PvP fights over in PKA, like this is by far the hardest CPU challenge that I've been finding. Alright, so there we go. That was the showcase. As you can see, they are very, very powerful in their abilities for PvP. As I mentioned, they do that large horizontal range for 80% chance of confusion, 3,500 damage. And with their super special, they target enemies within a large range of 100% chance of confusion, 4,000 damage for 3 enemies. However, if you get them to level 5, then you get a 15-second confusion and a 4,500 damage. So, like I said, I am one away from this. I do know a lot of people have like the original waifus at level limit break 5, and they're probably just going to super evolve that, and then you'll get this ability. This is absolutely like insane, having a guaranteed 15-second confusion chance. But hopefully I just pick up one more along the way. Maybe we get a poster and I can sort of use it there, and that's going to work in our favor. As for the Rumble ability, this is the big one. Level 7 shield, level 6 HP, speed, and defense. So no attack, it was actually speed, but still, level 6 to 3 different passives is great, and then having that ability to tank with the shield in the middle slot, giving it to both int and free spirit and being versatile across the board works out great. I did a showcase already of them in Grand Party. They suck in Grand Party, but they're really good in PvP. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section below. While you're down there, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.